Hello and welcome to today's episode of Klustered on Rawkode Live. Wow, today is the first version of Clustered Teams, and I'm very excited to have a team from Container Solutions and a team from Civo Cloud here to fix some rather broken clusters broken by each team. Now, before we begin on that, there's just a little bit of housekeeping. First, if you've not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so now. This is going to get you alerts and notifications for all new episodes as we explore the cloud native landscape together. Also, Teleport joined us last week as a sponsor of Clustered, and it was just the easiest decision I've ever had to make when it came to this show. Teleport has been the software we've used ever since the second episode. It makes debugging and fixing and pairing on broken clusters, as easy as it can be, but still painful, right? It's Kubernetes. So thank you, Teleport. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I'm excited to bring Teleport to more people. Okay, housekeeping done. We're going to start by fixing some broken clusters, and we've got a great lineup today. Popping over here, I am joined by Team Container Solutions. Hello all, how are you today?
Hello,
Hey.
hello.
I'm not panicky at all.
Not panic at all. No, I have no idea how today's going to go. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Teams Edition, but also logistically, I'm like, this is going to be interesting. I'm really hoping that as three colleagues, you're all just going to be pairing together perfectly and harmoniously, right?
Yes.
I think we should start by pointing out, although we work together, we're not on the same team, so we don't actually work together.
Yeah, I met Adrian today for the first time.
Right. Okay. Well, why don't... apparently I'm a bit crackly. All right, I'll fix my mic, guys. Thanks. Can you all do me a favor, starting with Charlotte, Ricardo, then Adrian? Just say hello, tell us who you are, and we'll get started on today's cluster.
Of course. Hi, everyone. I'm Charlotte. I'm an engineering manager at Container Solutions. Still do some technical things every now and then, so we'll see how this goes today.
Ricardo?
Oh, sorry. Hi. I was looking at Adrian's. My name is Ricardo. I'm a cloud native engineer at Container Solutions. I've been playing around with Kubernetes for a bit over a year, having a lot of fun there. I'm based in Portugal.
Hi, I'm Adrian Mouat. I should add my surname because I don't know why you just know me as Adrian. But anyway, I'm chief scientist at Container Solutions, but I really look after our labs projects. So it's like all our open source projects at Container Solutions. So whilst I do a fair bit of Kubernetes, it's on the development side, and I'm not really used to maintaining clusters. As you'll notice, I'm getting my excuses in fast.
Nothing wrong with getting an odd excuse in early. All part of the game. All right, so here are the rules. You have 40 minutes to work on the Civo Cloud cluster. Your mission is to upgrade the cluster deployment from the V1 image to the V2 image, be able to access the application, see the quotes, and the video. Simple. I also caveat this, I have no idea what either team has done to their clusters. I will be of no help whatsoever to you. I am here purely for moral support. Now, I'm going to pop up our screen share, like so. This is Teleport. I will open the first session on the control plane node for you. If you can all join and just give me an echo hello to let me know that let me know that you're there. And if you want to nominate one of you to start with the typing, that might work best. I'm not sure. We'll see. And I'm just going to spend today's session looking at the chat. So, all right, we got an echo hi, so at least one of you in too. All right. Who quotes their echoes? Come on.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
All right, it looks like we have 3 guests all in this session.
I'm already disappointed with the lack of all caps from you guys, but this is okay. You can build it up.
Right. It's best not to start fighting just yet. You've got to work together as a team to fix this. All right, you'll need to set up your kube config and any aliases that you need. And if you want to do the honors and check for a API server, it's usually a pretty good place to start.
Yeah,
It's even existing.
If you want me to set up the kube config, I'd be happy to do that. If you want to do it yourself, please feel free.
Take it, Charlotte. This is you typing, right?
Yes, is that all right? Am I so slow?
Works for me.
There's a
Less
feature
I type,
request
I
for
think
teleport,
better.
actually. We need colored cursors so we know who's typing.
Certificates. Why?
Oh, jeez. Current time is after last year. So the certificate's expired.
Classic.
Oh, it's a date. No, hang on. Check the current date. It's a date in the past.
No, current time. It's today. This is fine.
Current time's after. Oh, yeah, okay. So that's when the certificate expired, is it 2020? Okay, I have
Who
no idea
wants
what
to
do now.
Google how to renew certificates?
What are the certs? Is it under manifest?
API server.
Well,
Why
so which
does that
which
not
cert
have-
does?
Oh.
I was just going to say, what cert does the kubelet use? Is it API server or something? Is that API server cert? I mean, I know it's in the kubelet config, but
I don't know.
that 2019 is worrying me a bit here.
Yeah, I'm loving the timestamps on
Yeah.
those files.
Oh, I can scroll here. That doesn't affect
Yes, you can each scroll independently. If there's something you want me to show to the audience, let me know and I'll do my best to scroll on my side so they can keep up.
Ah, cool. Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
anybody know
these
how to
ones,
do
right?
this?
Is one of you looking up how to renew certificates?
Why don't we just set the date 2 years in the past and see what happens?
We had a comment from that in the chat, Diego, suggesting
really?
just change the date on the machine. There are rules to Clustered, and messing with the dates will break all certificates, including teleport, so we'd probably lose access to the machine. So I do not
Okay,
recommend
that's good to know up front.
But then we're done. We just go home. Yeah, I have no idea how to would take the certificate, to be perfectly honest.
So you can use kubeadm
Let's-
to renew certs. You don't need to learn OpenSSL commands or anything like that.
Oh, I was about to say that's the only thing I do now is open this.
Yeah, there is a kubeadm set. Yeah, see, you're onto it now.
I can't see the bottom of the screen.
You can't see it.
Can't scroll for some reason.
If you can't scroll, if you just like resize your window a tiny little millimeter, it seems to fix it. It's just a wee frustrating.
again?
But like if you just like drag the corner of your browser window and make it a little bigger and then a little smaller, it fixes the scroll. It's like a sync event that happens when people join.
okay,
I'm not
yeah,
really sure
that's
what the problem is.
All right.
What's that?
The Civo team are vocal in the chat and they say they're here if you want hints.
No, we may as well try and fix this first. Go on.
That's going to be the sound snippet when I publish this after you fail miserably, Adrian. We'll be fine. Sorry, that's harsh. That's harsh for me.
Okay, they're all invalid.
Open there. Check expiration.
Yeah.
Expires.
I think it's worth pointing out, it doesn't matter what the project does. It's not just...
dash help. Does that do
Sorry,
anything?
Nico.
Okay. Look at this.
Well, yeah, it can't. We can't even do that because we can't talk to the.
Good, that means I need to start with the API server.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I think there's no dash.
Isn't there renew everything that's expired?
Is there dash help?
Yeah.
I'm doing my best, Annie's.
It does say all there.
Yeah, there's no...
Did you try renew all before and didn't like it?
I tried it with minus minus, but
No.
all right.
Well,
Look at that.
Okay, you must
renew-
restart.
Restart everything now though. System CTL,
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, those are the pods, right? Oh, if I restart the kubelet on this one, it should restart everything, right?
So these are...
That was me.
It's looking healthy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Alrighty.
well done.
Okay. Yeah. Looks good.
I hate whoever
Um,
does starts breaking, by the way. No offense to Civo
I
team.
think Cilium's been broken, so I'm going to be completely useless again.
All right.
Although maybe
Okay.
it could just be affected by the...
So some configuration error in Civo.
That's your first 10 minutes down. You've got 35 left. I'm sure that's all they did. I'm sure Civo were really nice to you.
I hope.
This node shell, what's that node shell completed? That looked weird. That worries me. This node shell completed the job thing. Let's keep system though. Cube API server isn't running. Oh no, this it isn't ready. What?
That is a lot of restarts we've got there.
Yeah.
Are you seeing a different screen from me?
Me?
Because mine says Cube API server is fine.
It looks fine over here too.
Mine is fine as well, yeah.
Adrian's working with one of his own clusters, I think, here.
I scrolled up.
Okay. Just gonna look at
Yes,
Cilium for now.
but it says restart once because it worked when I restarted it. That's all it is. I was looking at the old one.
Oh, you're scrolling in your own version? Okay. Yeah, this still works. Here we
So what are you thinking right now? Any ideas?
I'm thinking we cannot connect to the Cilium agent on the worker, which makes sense because the worker isn't running. Not getting a lot of helpful info from the pod itself.
I thought you were going to say for me. Which would be accurate
No,
because
not
I
that
don't know
one.
anything about Cilium. Can we? Oh, I think you already.
Yeah,
did
so it looks like the Cilium crash that back off is on worker XCX. Would you like me to open a session on that machine?
Yes, but give me a second first.
Of course.
So I'll check if there's anything in the logs. Well, I lost my screen. Okay, I'm back. Certificate is in. Oh,
I do love the delete all approach. That's one of my favorite techniques on this show.
You've been criticised for that several times, I believe.
I know, because that's how I also usually upgrade applications, and people keep giving me grief. But,
to be fair, in this case, the only ones I wouldn't have had to restart are the Hubble ones, and they probably don't break anything.
uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What? Yeah. Oh. Wasn't
Interesting.
expecting that.
Is the API server IP correct?
That's not looking healthy. Yep, I lead the Thor approach, the delete hammer of doom. So what does it mean if you've got deployments, replica sets, and no pods?
So usually I'd say that's something with a scheduler, but since... Oh, right, I checked for the pod and not the replica sets. Let's check here.
What was that? Was that describe port? No, describe replica set.
Yeah.
Replicas 2 current, 2 desired, 0 running, 0 waiting.
Desired is a 2.
So you mentioned scheduler. What was your thought process
Yeah,
there?
Usually when a pod doesn't show up, or it doesn't show up at all, like that means it isn't scheduled, right?
shall we check the configurations there and see?
Also, you could do cry-CTL and see the pods are running there, but you need to be in the worker node.
Wait a second. These ones were worrying for you, right?
I maybe wouldn't delete any more pods for a bit.
Especially not those.
I feel like we've walked into a bear trap there.
So I'll give you some info. Like if it was the
Don't know
scheduler,
what
the
that
pod would be created. It wouldn't be assigned to a node yet. It wouldn't be able to be created. But I don't see anything there. I don't see anything to resemble a pod.
Yeah, but if it
Can we
is a
go into the
scheduler, your
nodes
node
and see if
doesn't
there's
even...
stuff there?
Sure.
There's some great tips from Waleed in the chat. If you want me to pop one on the screen.
Sure.
Network policy.
If the replica set is not creating, then check the controllers and the API server.
Oh, controllers. Look at the API resources as well.
I mean, they're not there. That might be
Yeah,
in.
there's no controller manager.
Okay.
And Waleed's suggesting that Civo have invented a new technology, invisible pods.
Doesn't sound particularly useful, unfortunately.
Civo do build some pretty cool stuff, but I'm not sure if that's on their roadmap.
Where did the static pod logs go? That was varlog
Kubernetes
something?
manifest, isn't it?
Varlog,
the logs.
Varlog containers.
Yes.
What is this node shell stuff? Have a look at that. Is that something normal?
No.
No.
What's in the log?
There's no logs in there.
Oh, that's rubbish.
Okay.
Can we run systemctl as well? Maybe there's
I'm
something.
still looking at the schedule logs for a second. It looks fine though. Isn't
Maybe
it?
just do a systemctl status as well.
But that's on. Yeah, that's on here.
Yeah, run control point.
Do those have services, the scheduler?
Don't know.
Yeah.
So Civo have confirmed that Node Shell is nothing to be worried about. It is just part of K9S, which I think they were using for playing around.
Okay. Line 38. In.
Oh look, could not process man. There you go. I think you found it. Yeah. Okay. So there's something wrong in those Kubernetes manifests. Yeah.
It's a shame there's no GitHub
What-
code
wait,
pilot for Vim.
But
Yeah. Did you hit Vim there? Because the place where it started might have been.
That's always a good giveaway, I've found.
Oh yeah, because that's a tab.
What's the Vim command to show spaces and tabs?
Something?
I don't remember. I was just curious if anyone knew.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember.
Can you see the whole of that on your screen? Sure.
If I scroll to the right, you can't?
Oh, maybe I can. I don't know. No.
So with journal controllers, argument still it wraps it properly. If you need to do it again, I'll throw one out at you.
Mission
is that,
controller.
is there a mission controller running? Let's just kill any of the mission controllers. Burn them in hell.
I'm going to get a t-shirt that says it's always with mission controllers, except when it's finalizers.
Mission controllers are added here somewhere, right? API server.
Depends what type of admission controller.
Yeah, run. You know when that's API resources or just get the mission controllers.
I got to agree with Noel on this. Putting tabs in YAML is evil.
Okay, actually. Just gonna, sorry. No. No.
No, not that.
It's a great tip to cat-t apparently. I'm assuming shows tabs. Didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, nice. Okay, so webhooks. I don't remember. Who's Googling?
Yeah, we can just do a kubectl get under webhooks, can't we?
Yes, you can do kube control get, and there are two types of admission controller. There's validating webhook configurations and mutating, yeah.
Yeah. So kubectl get and validate the mission, yeah. I suspect it's going to be mutating anyway. Does it complete?
Permission was a controller.
Validating webhook configurations.
Don't check.
And mutating, yeah. You can also run kube control API-resources to get a list of.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Describe it, I suppose, or kill it.
I would have killed it, but the scribe works.
You know, I don't know, deleting pods got you in trouble earlier, so, you know.
Yeah.
Daily policy fail. So it's not going. Yeah. So that's not going to let you start new pods. So that's probably what's
So
stopping things starting. Yeah. So that would make sense, right? If the pods didn't come up, and it's because that was stopping it.
All of these faults were things the Civo team have done or had customers done to themselves. That's good to know. Real world
Done to
situations.
themselves. Like it was all your fault, customer. Did we get rid of the mission controller? Or what's happening?
Yes, that was deleted.
I deleted it, yeah.
It's always funny when those things come back, though.
Nope.
Yes.
Yeah, you're okay.
Are any pods starting up?
Yeah.
If you look in the Civo namespace, those pods coming up?
Oops.
Pending, so it's
Nice. Okay.
who's got the shouting in the background?
Not me.
Yeah, I think it might be on my side. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
You're in Portugal though, so can't even make a football joke.
That'll be too easy.
15 minutes ago was still the. Okay.
Oh, it's kind of funny when I scroll.
I'm not quite sure.
No, at least you've got pods. They're just pending now.
Yeah, this failed to fetch token doesn't sound great, does it? That's 13 minutes ago. So
That
it
was
sounds like
30
it's
minutes
still-
ago. I think that was still the certificate.
Yeah, can we? You describe that replica set or the pod? Can we? Did it give us a indication why it's pending?
Yeah, if you
I think we
describe the
still don't
pod,
have
you'll
a
get the
schedule
event
right now
log.
because it's still.
Yeah, still mentioning the certificates.
Yeah, because they're not assigned to any node yet.
But if we describe the replica set, will it not tell us what's?
If you describe the pod, it'll tell you what it's waiting for.
We don't see anything. I mean, events are usually at the bottom, right? So this should.
There's Charlotte's first guess was right. No, node is none.
Scheduler.
Indeed.
So
Did we fix the static manifests? What do you call them?
we fixed the controller manager. We did not fix the scheduler, if that is broken. There's two. Maybe I looked at the wrong one.
Why don't we just do an ls-l and see what they edited? I'll do a find dash m thing. Find slash.
What are you looking for?
I'm just one of the edited other commands, other stuff in the Etsy Kubernetes.
So Adrian thinks
Oh, you
they've
mean-
modified the static manifest for the scheduler.
Yeah, if you do an ls-al, they might have changed the.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
What happened there?
The
File
YAML.
name.
YAML.
YAML.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
We'll do an ls-al just to see if there's.
That's okay though.
You have 15 minutes left. No pressure.
That's fine. Oh, fine. But that's
You're doing
still
well.
not.
You're finding problems and fixing them. I'm impressed.
So what's currently broken?
It's still the pending pod because the scheduler is still not there.
Oh, we still have no scheduler.
Where?
I think it might be coming up.
That's what I was hoping.
Well, some of them are running.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scheduler is running, but the pending is still there. Silly.
Hubble's down, but do we care?
I don't.
Poor Hubble. Come on.
What happens? Well, oh,
Taints.
there we go. One node just. Oh, I hate taints.
What was that? Taint and then minus, right?
There's
maintenance true. There you go.
no
So take off
scoreboard
this
about it.
maintenance true. Taint.
Yeah. How did I do that?
I have no idea.
Idea.
Taint node.
You can do a
Main,
10
and then the minus
node
at the end. Yeah.
all, and then with the minus.
Oh yeah, it's a bit weird syntax, isn't it?
They love the minus syntax in Kubernetes. Just maintenance dash.
This should.
Yeah, that should
Oh,
work.
okay.
Dash
Oh,
dash
doesn't
all,
work.
sorry.
All right, back to Kubernetes and not using word certificate kube admin things anymore.
Okay.
Oh, that's impressive. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
All right.
Something's actually running.
So how do we see?
Yeah. Do you want to check it now?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the? Well, that should be public, right? Because we have the
There's a
IPs
node
from
port
the
on it,
nodes.
30,000.
Yes, but I can't see the external IPs from in here.
That's all right. I can pull it up here, or you can just curl it from the machine, whatever you prefer.
You don't sound particularly confident that this is working here, David.
It's working. There you go. You got version 1 running.
It's hard to tell which. Oh yeah, version 1.
Okay.
No, don't update it. Should we not check it's... Okay.
What do you mean?
I want to see the web page, that's all I meant.
Oh, I put it up. Sorry.
It's in the
you did?
Ecam
That
thing.
was good.
Yep. Back up again. There's me looking at my watch saying you're running out of time.
Oh yeah, I see it.
No pressure.
I didn't do what you said. I don't have the other thing to the side.
Yeah, it's probably just pulling the image, unless they've left any more sneaky breaks in there for you.
Oh, it's pulled. You could do -W, Yeah,
Oh, it is running.
it's good.
I could,
It's running.
but this is better for my anxiety to just constantly do the same thing over and over again.
Fair enough.
You got the
Can you
dance.
refresh?
Oh really?
Is that V2?
Yep.
Charlotte, you did this all by yourself, by the way. I think
Yeah, you
I
did.
was completely
You did.
useless.
Well done, Team Container
You were here for
Solutions.
moral support. Also, thank you for people with the hints. I'm very glad and thankful and grateful for any kind of hints always.
All right. Well, Team Civo, if you want to start making your way to the link, Team Container Solutions, thank you very much. Well done. You smashed that, and you still had 9 minutes left for further debugging.
Ooh.
Sorry, Charlotte,
Supposedly-
you smashed it.
supposedly
Adrian and
there's no
Ricardo,
Smashed it.
thanks
Yeah.
for joining us.
I'm claiming
No, no,
All right. If you just want to drop off, thank you again. I really appreciate that, and I'll speak to you all soon.
thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, you've stuck with me while we wait for the Civo Cloud team to join us. And I'll just take this opportunity to say thank you to Teleport again for sponsoring. It's a pleasure to have them on board. We use this tool every single week on Klustered, and it is just a fantastic tool. If you have a Kubernetes cluster, you should deploy it, check it out. It's great on bare metal too. Okay, let's hope the latency is not too bad, and Civo are going to start piling in any moment now. Oh, we do. Perfect. We got Dinesh. Hey, mate. How's it going? Oh, Siam too.
Thank you.
Awesome timing. Let's get your names on the screen. So we're just waiting for David to join us as well, and then we'll get started with the next cluster. How is that watching that?
Yeah, it was. They did well. They did really, really well.
They did
They
do
did
very
awesome.
well. They did. I gotta say, there were some really, really fun. See, as soon as I seen the certs, I was like, that's it, because those are so painful to fix. So that was cruel that you went for that. But some nice ones. The YAML, I loved the AA on the YAML as well. I didn't even notice it as well. Like I just thought it looked fine to me. So very sneaky. Okay. Hopefully you all got registered with Teleport for the Container Solutions. So I will pop open a session in just a moment. But first, if we could just get some introductions from you all, please feel free to share a little bit about you, what you do, and then we'll get started on our next cluster. Dinesh, we'll start with you and then we'll move around. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, sorry. This is going well. Yeah, so Dinesh, Director of Innovation at Civo. I've been working with Kubernetes for years and years and years. And yeah, it was nerve-wracking watching that, so well done. Our brains if David's in our brains, our excuses are coming out now, but we've been on a Q1 since midday today. So we actually got it fixed. I was on one of the debug calls 10 minutes before this started. So if we're leaving it all to Siam here.
No, you're not allowed to practice before Clustered. Come on, that's cheating. Especially in production scenarios. No, I'm glad you got that fixed, and I'm glad you could make it today. Thank you, Dinesh. Siam? The man who needs no introduction, but I'm going to let you do one anyway.
Working as Director of Technical Evangelism at Civo, and I'm a CNCF ambassador, do tons of stuff for the community, and run my own YouTube channel as well. And happy to be here. Let's see what has Container Solutions have for us.
Awesome, thank you. And David?
I'm one of the site reliability engineers for Civo, the only American part of the engineering team over here. I don't have the pleasure of being in the same country as these guys, but we get a lot done. Just like to say, good job, Container Solutions. We tried to come up with some ridiculous stuff for it and came up pretty well on that.
Awesome. Thank you all for joining me. Let's get this party started. I don't know if I can call it a party, but I'm going to call it a party. All right, I have here our teleport instance from Container Solutions. I am clicking connect on the control plane node. Please use the activity menu on the left, find the active session and join. And if you can type echo hello, make sure you're all in there, and then we'll get this underway. Colored cursors teleport, that's what we need. Please make it happen. All right, I think we got everybody there. Awesome. Okay, I think as customary on Clustered, you'll want to set up your kube config and check if you have a control plane. I'll let you take it away from here. Good luck. You have to decide who's going to type first. Who have we got typing on the...
I guess me.
No.
Do you want to do an export of kubeconfig?
Yeah, you want to do that?
I'm driving.
I type slow.
Hey Mark, welcome to the party.
Oh, it's content.
Someone from the Container Solutions team has said there are some hints in /root if required. You won't need those hints, I know it.
Things seem like they're running, which is interesting.
Job done. Well done. You fixed it.
I doubt that highly.
Well, there's a deployment that's not running.
Looks all right to me. Hey, Jeremy. Welcome to Klustered. Comment from Kubernetes Community Days UK. Did someone forget to break the cluster? Clusters can be deceiving. Even when they're working, they're probably fucked anyway.
Air mounting pod, failed to reserve sandbox.
Uh-oh.
On the control plane, on the scheduler. What time was that? A while ago. It did say that the scheduler was running, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
4 hours ago. That's worrying. There's copy, paste. Fail to list nodes. Connection refused.
check IP tables real quick.
Hey, Khalid. Kai's asking, is it just a flesh wound? Oh, it's looking a bit deeper now. We'll
They
see.
look all right. And that's what's the default policy. It's fine.
Do you think anyone's ever enjoyed working with IP tables?
No, oh, hang on. 6444. That's not 6443, is it? And that one's been changed. Nope.
Interesting.
Is it in the config, scheduler config? Or has this just been properly messed with?
My head is spinning with ideas here.
Yep, there you
There
go.
it is.
Server on top.
Yep, there it is. So
See, they're getting back at us for YAML.
Should get restarted.
Yeah, the kubelet will detect the change. It may just take 30 seconds to a minute for that to respawn it.
Oh wait, no, it won't, because we've changed the scheduler config, not the manifest itself.
Aha.
So let's just touch that, and that should sort that out. Should sort that out.
I hope that wasn't someone's pager.
Spam calls.
Do we dare delete it?
I mean, you could run a PSAUX and see how long the process has been running. Or AFX. Nice touch. You can always
I
judge
think
a
that's
person
my
by their
standard.
PS flags.
Keep scheduler.
$146.
Or has that just done it? No.
Say go ahead and kick the pod.
delete.
Nothing
Nothing ever bad happened from deleting a pod. I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's still not done it. Let's delete it.
Khalid is asking who's winning. The audience is winning as we're all absorbing knowledge today.
There we go.
Yeah, that looks better. I mean, it did look better till you did that.
Yeah. Kubernetes scheduler. That does look like it should have been changed. Oh, I know. Copy paste. I'm assuming that. So why would that not be picking up the right config file?
Do you want to just restart the kubelet maybe?
I was checking. Have these all been spelt right?
Is that you checking for Unicode?
That looks right.
Looks okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening
Okay,
right now is we have a scheduler running. You're looking at the manifest. It's using scheduler.conf, which you've just modified, and it still appears to be broken.
Yeah. It's using a proper image, so it's not that that's been messed with, or has it? These are...
Is your
images.
scheduler.conf definitely still 6443?
Yep. Yeah. The logs from the pod are 6444.
Interesting.
Is there a service account config file in etc. Kubernetes for the scheduler itself?
Sorry, David. What were we saying? Yeah. Do you want to drive?
Looking at etc. Kubernetes, so we can look here. There might be another. So we have that one. And kubelet one. That was my idea, so just check them once again.
What's in this? Probably looks like install time.
You definitely restarted the scheduler, right? That restarted.
That is definitely a new one as of 3 minutes ago.
Should we restart the kubelet?
Maybe we should burn down the node.
Let's get hard. Can't get them. Copy paste. That's another thing for teleport. Copy paste on highlight.
I was going to ask if you want a hint, but I don't even know what's wrong. But I mean, I've got an idea.
What's the idea?
Right now, you're working on the assumption that the static manifests live in that directory.
That is true. So this is a kubeadmin cluster, isn't it?
It is a kubeadmin cluster.
etc Kubernetes manifest.
Damn.
Which is where we were. So the other thing I'm thinking is that it uses host path volume mounts. So unless there is the scheduler.yaml somewhere else on the file system, which
It's a tricky one.
yeah, it is. So this is
Ricardo has dropped a hint in the chat for us, but he says a small edit in scheduler.yaml may have been better than a touch.
okay.
I'm not sure if C is Charlotte or not, or maybe Adrian with a third account, who knows, but saying don't overthink it. I think that was aimed at me, so I'm just going to shut up. Oh yeah, thanks, Pop. The key is do the opposite of what I say. Awesome.
Right, that's... Oh, that was it. Thank you very much. We'd done it. It just didn't decide to do its thing. Right. So we've still not got that up and running. Nodes are still ready.
Welcome, Saiyam. Thank you for joining the academy. So now you're looking at the replica set and trying to work out why we have no pods, right?
Why it's not being scheduled at all.
Exceeding quota.
You spell that? So those are set on the namespace, aren't they?
The limits are...
Are they?
No.
What was more challenging, this or your P1?
Well, we still are not entirely sure why the P1 happened. I mean, we're back up and running, which was the key thing, but the root cause is still unknown. Use limits. So where do the limits get set? Does it get resources, was it? Or how do you get all of the types in Kubernetes?
It's kube control get dash resources. Sorry, API resources. Forgive me. No get, just API dash resources.
Thank you. Network policies. Limit ranges. Oh, gone.
Yeah, you can do get limit ranges or quotas. Yeah, at least you've got it.
I assume we can just either edit that resource quota, right?
Edit, delete, nuke it. I don't know. Pick your poison.
I think edit it. Give it loads.
50 M. Does anyone really understand the M's on CPU cores? No.
No.
Really CPUs, isn't that self-explanatory?
So 500 M's would be 500 millicores, right? So half of one CPU.
Half of one, yeah.
What's wrong with 0.5? Come on.
YAML.
YAML. Damn YAML. Yes, Adrian, it is kube control, and I will hear the end of it now. Thank you.
That's the status. You don't need to edit that. So I think once the spec is done, you can just save it.
That was edited while you were editing it, so looks like you might be okay.
Get pods, has that been scheduled now? No.
Cache.
Just want to describe that new replica set, 1.5 FDB. It's still there. Should we edit the pod and delete the limits? The requests.
Thanks, Good Daily. I mean, I would just delete that resource quota. I don't think it's doing you any favors. That's my advice.
Yeah. It's all changing your mindset from being destructive with things to being like, we just need to massage it into working because you don't want to cascade into more and more errors. But
as someone who has personally cascaded himself into many subsequent errors on Clustered, I will still defend deleting things. Yeah, the chat's agreeing. Delete the quota. There we go.
Has the quota actually gone? This is still 9 minutes ago.
Maybe.
Yeah. Has the quota definitely gone?
I love it when you delete a resource and it comes back. I think you're good.
Delete the replica set, and that should force it to be rescheduled. Just delete rs-all, or double-all.
User 20 minutes in, 20 to go. 25. I can't count. There we go.
Hey.
Enjoy the pineapple juice, Waleed. Wish I had some. Pop, I will not stop talking, although I do agree that Dinesh has a very soothing voice.
You said that on the community chat as well. Make me feel bad about talking all the time.
And we check that, David.
What would you like to check? Sorry, Siam.
This looks like we have changed to V2, right?
Aha! Yeah, you can curl localhost on 30,000 if you want, or I can pop it open in a new tab.
Yeah, I want to see the fancy.
You want to see the dance? That's it, right?
Yeah.
Localhost 30,000.
Let's see what
That's
this
not
will
going to
do.
work. I can't do localhost, but dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at that! They have swapped out the something. That is not my clustered.
So I know in Docker world, how do you do that with Cry control? Images.
Sneaky, very sneaky. So I'll give you a hint just because it's not always easy, but you'll need to set the runtime endpoint on cry control. So -- runtime endpoint equals, or do you want me to type it?
Yes, please.
Well, it's var run containerd dot stock. What did I get wrong? Here's me sounding all confident as well. Runtime endpoint. Maybe it has to come
do you need a Unix in front of that to say it's a socket? Or
I'm just going to try. There we go. It just had to come before the command. Adrian seems surprised
check
that
that on
the image
worker.
showed. Well played.
We might need to check that on the work match.
David, your noise gate is called you out.
No noise gate MacBook today. Feedback from you guys. We might want to check that on the worker node.
I got none of that. Did anyone else?
I think David suggested checking cry control on the worker node where it's scheduled.
Yeah.
So if you tell me where it's scheduled, I'll open a new tab. You'll need to search for clustered. Yeah, it's clustered all the names.
That is on S9R6L.
All right, there you go. You have a session opened on that machine.
Can I open that as a tab, or does it need to be a kind of close this and?
No, you can just open a new tab. If you just go back to your first tab, you should be able to join an active session. It'll pop open in a new tab for you. I hope.
I think I've got opening up a new one. Let me close these and see if it can be. I'll leave that session.
All right, do I have you all on this node?
I think. Is that me?
That is you. Yep. Yep, Siam's there. Must be getting late for you, Siam.
Yep, it's 11.
Oh, thank you for staying with us. I appreciate that. All right, what are we doing on this worker node then?
I have that in my paste buffer, so.
Do we just want to delete it
Yeah.
and make sure it gets pulled again? If you're driving, David, do you want to? Yeah, look, there's a 457 meg one there. That looks.
Yeah, I love the image ID across V1, V2, and latest there.
Images. Is there a delete on this one? Or is it just list?
I am not entirely sure if you can delete an image with cry control. Alright, come on, chat. How do you delete an image on container D?
Delete on this one?
RMI, that might be a good shout. Has someone got the YouTube page open on the side?
Remove one or more image ID.
Noel has said you can use CTR to remove images, so check out the CTR command. Or Charlotte is suggesting cry control RMI will work too. So.
Yep, I think it worked, right?
Has someone got the YouTube page open on the side?
I think someone does have the YouTube.
Someone's YouTube is actually.
I hope it's not me.
Any other we want to remove?
All of the clustered ones, just delete them all.
There's a
V1,
smashing
V2.
tip from Sid in the chat. You could always change the image pull policy to always. That's a good shout too.
Yep.
Deleted, deleted, deleted.
Just do an LS again, because I wonder if it will keep it around if it's actually running a pod.
Oh.
Which it doesn't look like it has. Right, so I guess if we go back to the master, the controller plane.
Indeed, that tab is front and center again now.
And if I drive which node did we? It was S9 that was known good, wasn't it?
It was S9, correct.
Let's make sure it doesn't go over there. copy, paste.
So delete of the pod to cause it to be recreated. I guess you want me to check the image.
Oh, that's still not worked.
I thought you were making a bit of a wild assumption there.
Did you cordon the right worker node? Because I think it was on S9.
Yep, so I called them to the other one.
So you're making an
Okay,
assumption
cool.
that the break here was Adrian had pre-pulled an image, or pre-pulled a broken image, right?
It was. So the other thing it could be, if we go back to the node, is check for dodgy hosts entries.
Yeah, there is a new image actually on the worker again, which is different one, I think.
Nothing on the host entries.
So yeah, it was either the assumption was either that it was pre-pulled or built on the node.
I think I know what it is, but I'll give you a bit of time.
Just do an images ls again. Check for images to see what's been pulled.
I think someone's been abducted by aliens.
Images.
Images, yeah. That 7CB looks remarkably similar for my memory for hashes that I've seen briefly passing by on a screen. That looks like it's the same image we've just deleted.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So all we've done is change to v1 to v2. It's pulled the right image, in theory. There's nothing pointing it to a different container, unless there is a cry control sort of proxy that you can do. Sort of like the Docker proxy. Is that a thing with cry control? Or...
So I guess, I mean, I'm assuming I know what it is, and I don't want to give it away, but there is a containerd command that will dump its config.
Okay. Should we get that dumped on the worker node? Inspect. Oh no. Inspect the info. No. Config. Get all.
Yeah, so it's not on cry control, it's on the actual containerd daemon binary. So if you just type containerd help on its own, or you can look in the config.toml, that will reveal some of it, yeah.
There is a honk.trowler.io that looks remarkably suspicious.
Good catch. So containerd has this feature, which I don't think I've that allows you to redirect container image registries to other registries.
I guess, Saiyam, you're driving. Do you want to remove that?
You could also have done containerd config-dump, I think, as the command.
I have to say, I've still not played around with Creo containerd, and with the releases of Kubernetes, where they're depreciating and getting closer and closer, we really need to spend some time on it.
You can cull the first 3 levels and the 2
Should we do the containerd dump one, or we delete from here?
No, just delete that line and the line above it. And that should be fine. You probably have to delete the image again.
Nice break, Adrian. I like that.
It was RMI, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You run it from your history because it's the same ID. All right, and then if you go back to the master and the control plane and delete the pod again.
There you go. I never wait for that to delete. Yeah, it's gone.
It should have gone it. What it's doing is it's waiting for the next pod to start up and become running. So the theory being that once it's deleted and it started up, you're like, everything's fine and you can carry on, but everyone's too impatient.
So I'm still getting...
Does containerd need to be restarted or anything? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you probably will have to restart containerd.
I got that.
That would
Delete
be
the
particularly evil if they had found another way to have that image delivered.
Do you want to delete the image again, David, while you're on that?
Yeah, that will have been pulled again.
It will have been.
It looks like, yeah, delete it. You should be good. Adrian says it's on both workers, but they have cordoned the other worker, so we should be all right.
Taking a little bit longer to come down. Or is it not even coming down?
No, it will be coming down. It's just a 500 meg image, I'm afraid. There we go. Let's see.
Failed to connect to database.
Oh, you got more. Damn you, Container Solutions. You got the angry man, so you have one more problem it looks like to fix.
What pod is that Postgres? Oh, sorry, what node is the Postgres pod running on?
Sorry. Whoever was driving can drive now.
No one's driving. Everyone's going to be hands off.
So at least you've got a Postgres pod, right? That's a good start.
So that's on our other workers.
Let's just suggest we delete it and it'll get rescheduled back on the right one. And then if there's anything messed around with IP tables, but
yeah, you didn't do empty dir on this, did you? That'd be terrible.
Unless Brooke's been messed around with as well. But it looks like Postgres is running.
I took Rook out of the equation when I built this application that uses an init container and no PVC, so you should be good.
All right, I deleted that.
Just get wide again.
I'm just making sure that this is...
Nice one, Sid. Container solutions, more like container problems.
Yeah. I was trying to come up with a funny pun, but none of them are nice.
So do we have any endpoints on our Postgres service?
Well, it's running now on the same node. So let's check the service is the next thing.
Yeah, I would describe the service. Let's check for endpoints.
Maybe if I could spell, we'll be doing good here. All right.
There is an endpoint on it. Does that match the pod? IP matches.
Yeah.
How about the ports?
Port looks
Okay.
fine. 5432.
Is it fine on the pod though?
All right, he's got a few more minutes left to find this last problem.
If it's the last one.
Yeah, ports are right.
Both are right.
So that's next. Have a connection timed out.
Is core DNS running?
It is. Ken hasn't been messed with. Well, do you want to check the config map for core DNS?
It's not
If there's a static
DNS.
entry.
Container Solutions have confirmed it in
It's
the
not
chat.
DNS. Why else would it not be able to connect? Can we get a shell on the Klustered
They've
application?
suggested if you look in the hints in the root directory, hint 3 for this problem. I think it's /root. And Charlotte's in there with a hint even in the chat. What prevents traffic? That's a pretty big hint, I think.
Well, it's got to be potentially IP tables or a Civium policy,
Yeah,
a network policy.
Yeah, I think you're right, Dinesh. I think a network policy.
Don't look. Check the network policy. We've had a hint over the chat, so I'm sure it'll be the same one. I hope it's the same one. There you go. Just delete it.
You sure you don't want to edit it?
No, that one seems mean, and I probably learnt my lesson.
All right. So if that is a network policy, I should be able to just refresh this pretty quickly. We have the dance. Well
Hey.
done. Awesome. Great job. Lots of great problems across both clusters there. And great fixing from both teams as well. And we're on time. Both clusters fixed. What more can we ask for? That was awesome. All right. Great job, Civo. Thank you for joining me. It was a pleasure. I hope you had fun with that too.
Absolutely.
All right. Awesome.
Great.
All right. I'll say thank you to Container Solutions, thank you to Civo, thank you to Teleport for sponsoring today's episode, and thank you to everyone that tuned in and watched. We are looking for more teams to join us on Clustered. So if your team works with Kubernetes and you want to come on and have some fun with us, reach out on Twitter or the GitHub repository or email me at david@rawkode.com. To both the teams, thank you again. I'll leave it there. Thank you. That was absolutely awesome. I couldn't be happier with the first episode of Clustered Teams. I hope you enjoyed it too. And I'll see you all soon. Thanks.
Have fun.
See you all. Bye.